And while we were at the desert site, it got even worse. He couldn't keep his hands off of me. I finally had to leave. I hiked out in the middle of the night and hitchhiked all the way to Albuquerque before flying back here.
Michaela, I really appreciate you letting me know about this. Frankly, I'm shocked. Dr. Campbell is one of the country's leading experts on seismotectonics.
Well, look, Dean, you might not know Campbell as well as you think. I've seen the texts he constantly sends Michaela.
And those messages will definitely be part of the university's investigation.
So, you'll do something?
I'm contacting the campus Title IX coordinator as soon as we finish this meeting. Wonderful. What a lovely Monday morning. I don't even know what to think right now. Brian is so important to this university, just for the grant money he brings in. But Michaela does seem sincere. How will this sound if it gets out? Will the university's reputation suffer? How will our donors react?
Whether there's one victim or many, sexual abuse and harassment of students by faculty, staff, and other respected campus leaders happens too often. As educators, we strive for a campus community based on excellence and mutual collaboration. But we also have a duty to our students, to respect them and to observe boundaries. Most of us would never cross those lines, which is why it's surprising when we hear that an educator has. How did they get away with it? Often in plain sight.
I think one of the realities is many of the people who engage in these behaviors are charming. They've also gone a long time without being caught. Doesn't mean they weren't engaging in these behaviors, but they weren't caught. And so when it first comes forward, often people's first thought is, oh, that person, they're so nice. They're so charming. They've been here 20 years. I've never heard of anything like this. And so sometimes that first complaint is met with disbelief because of the very charm that these predators are able to bring to their work and to their interactions with others, which is what gives them the access to be able to engage in these abusive behaviors.
One survey of students at 27 elite research universities revealed some shocking results. Almost 6% of female undergraduates and 22% of female graduate students reported sexual harassment by a member of the faculty. Many are surprised to learn this problem is almost 4 times worse for grad students.
Especially those in the STEM fields, because it is very difficult for them once they're in a laboratory and, for example, a doctoral program, they really can't move to another program. We can't find them another spot on campus because they may have dedicated their lives to working on that one maybe molecule or that one something in a protein chain and they're working with the only person who studies that.
In one study, the majority of sexual abuse cases involved repeat offenses by the same faculty member. And the more severe the incident, the more likely that the perpetrator harassed more than one student. Sexual abuse and harassment can be devastating for the victim. The ramifications of an educator's abuse can also affect the entire campus community. Many wonder why an incident wasn't caught earlier, or some may feel guilt for not acting sooner. How can we protect our students? What signs should we be looking for?
So I think there are things that people can notice and should notice. Again, I'm not suggesting that every time you see someone touch another, you should immediately run to the police and turn them in as a serial predator. Statements about discomfort, certainly when it gets to a comment about personal safety, we should all be perking up a little bit and saying, can you tell me what you mean by that?
Other clues that something may be wrong include signs of depression, anxiety, or worry, withdrawing from relationships or activities, spending less time with friends, avoiding specific people or places, declining grades or dropping courses, noticeable use of drugs or alcohol. It's crucial that faculty and staff keep an open mind and listen to any accusations. There are too many cases where peers didn't believe the evidence until it was far too late.
They're often prominent members of an academic community, and so people fear that the loss of the person of that stature will negatively impact their own work environment or research environment or ability to do their work. So for many of those reasons, there is this strong "that couldn't be" sort of initial gut reaction, which does prompt colleagues and others in a community to be unable. I don't know that it's so much unwilling, but unable to accept the possibility that the person they know in one way has actually been also behaving in an entirely different way with others.
When in doubt, report your suspicions. If someone is in immediate danger of sexual abuse, call 911. If you suspect abuse, but there is no imminent danger, call the non-emergency police line or campus security. In any case of actual or suspected sexual abuse of a student, you should also inform your institution's Title IX coordinator. They receive all reports of abuse and can identify when perpetrators have been accused in multiple cases so your institution can take action. Some institutions allow anonymous reporting, although this means the institution can't follow up with you for additional details. You can also ask the Title IX coordinator for guidance without making a report. By the way, if any type of abuse continues, it's completely appropriate to make another report, including the new details.
So what an institution can do is make sure it's empowering those around it, that they're creating a good web of eyes, and that when someone else comes to you, if you're a department chair, if you're a dean, if you're another administrator, maybe isn't used to dealing with these issues, that you don't blow it off.
It's understandable that faculty and staff may want to circle the wagons to protect an institution's reputation, but it's also wrong. Making a report isn't betraying your colleague. You're supporting community standards and helping create a safer campus. It's entirely possible that after an investigation, he or she will be cleared. By listening, by knowing what signs to look for, and recognizing when and where to report, you can keep a dangerous situation from getting much worse.
And I just want to reiterate how proud the entire department is of your achievement. Winning the Gilbert Award is a big honor.
I appreciate it, Dr. Price. You know, if you hadn't helped me report Dr. Campbell a few years back, I probably would have transferred schools. Your support meant so much to me.
Oh, that's how the system is supposed to work, Michaela. I'm just happy we didn't lose one of our best students. You've got a bright future ahead of you.